No, don't worry about it. It's fine. 因为我看比较忙嘛，然后我有点压力。对，那其实你到现在他们就很明显，我知道。那个会刚对。现在很多，这是这个哪个时代？你也会，你都有。但是是别人家。外面房就定。Oh, so he's taking an advantage, and then he's helping out everyone. But basically, but he's coming back. He's starting to work again. So during all the time, what he's doing, nothing, absolutely nothing. But then so that's why one is doing I thought you already knew. Well, it's double, but I mean, I imagine the whole thing should be better, like speakers, nice, I guess.
Yeah, absolutely. Now they will come back.
这个就是我们对有点像好像其实招募听说中国好像没有说是有关联的。对，那我们就展出来就是让他看到我们是Right now, you ask me that my class希望他们可以说出一个，他这么做，但是真的没有什么乱，说出了一个啊，也是。Yeah, that's, I don't see that
Oh, wait, what? They're doing YouTube live streaming? I don't know. So only if you know the wire, you see.
We're on YouTube. We're on YouTube. See, we're like be on the outside, right? No, I got it. Like 10 minutes. I got it. It's fine. I'll just 10 minutes. Gotta learn about engineering, you know? Gotta learn how to do a see out Hello World.
And if everyone can just come on in, there's tons of seats here. Go ahead, even Wish employees, feel free to have a seat. We're gonna get ready. Get started. Let's get ready. Hey, so welcome everyone. For those of you who've never been here before, welcome to the Wish headquarters. We're going to do this as a tech talk. We're going to have a series of tech talks. But tonight we're going to be talking specifically about exploration and relevancy on our platform. We're really grateful to see all of you. Have some food afterwards. Enjoy the moment here at Wish. We're really excited to share this with you. So tonight you're going to hear from Juan and Frost, and then I'll wrap it up at the end. Here you go, Frost.
Hey everyone, thanks for coming. Is it working? Yeah. Okay, everyone, thanks for coming. I'm Frost. I'm a fourth engineer here. And everyone knows Wish has a super successful e-commerce app. And our secret sauce is definitely how to pair like the right products with the right users. Like users actually like it. And when is our most senior data engineer here. He basically personally made data science possible at Wish. He built the entire infrastructure of the data pipeline, and most importantly, which supports to make it possible for the product discovery for users. Now, please welcome him to give us the speech.
Can everyone hear me? Or does this one look better? Okay, I guess I'll So, my name is Juan, once again, and I joined Wish about 3 years ago as a data and relevancy engineer. And today I'm just going to give a tech talk about exploration. But before I start, I just want to say once again that I'm really grateful for every one of you guys to, squeeze some enough time from your valuable time to join us for this very important event. So basically, learn a little bit about our company culture, share some drinks, some laughter with us along the way, and also learn a little bit about the kind of problem here we're trying to solve at Wish. So without further ado, I'm just going to start a brief 20-minute talk about exploration, which is the product discovery channel that we have built here at Wish. So as I'm going through this tech talk, if you have any questions, just feel free to raise your hand at any point, and I'll try to address them quickly as I could. So first of all, let's talk about the challenge and the motivations first, right? Why do we need product discovery on Wish? Why is it important, right? So at Wish, we try to do everything at scale, and one very important thing to do to be effective at scale is product discovery. Why? Because we have nearly 1 million new product uploaded onto the platform on a daily basis, and we try to be very proactive with our recommendation approaches. So one big differentiator from Wish to any other big e-commerce site is that instead of asking you, hey, what do you want to buy? We want to understand what the user will like and just recommend the product that's most interesting to them. So one big important thing is how do we want to understand these products? How do we extract some initial intelligence of the product in terms of, let's say, what kind of product are they, and how good are they, how popular, or how much potential they will be able to bring about to themselves, and how do we do this to 1 new product today? How do we want to do this to 1 million products every day? And so let's step back one step first, and imagine a scenario where you are an octopus sitting in front of a casino, a bunch of slot machines, actually an infinite series of slot machines sitting in front of you. And then your goal as a gambler octopus, of course, is to maximize your return. And then, of course, as you're pulling the lever on any one of the slot machines, you will eventually build up some knowledge about the expected returns of some known slot machines. But then on the flip side, you're presented with an infinite set of other slot machines. So you are constantly faced with a challenge or choice between pulling something that you have already known and tested to be good, or trying out something different. So this is pretty much the same kind of scenario that Wish is faced all the time, right? The limited resource here you have is user attention. Like they can probably only look at 100 products a day on the platform, and you better make that 100 times. And then also you want to keep the platform itself fresh, so people will not only see products that are interesting but relevant to their interests and also fresh. You don't want to be seeing the same cool things over and over and over again. Right? And so that pretty much brings us to this little sketch about our business here, right? So Wish itself, it functions as an e-commerce platform, and the way we work here is, merchant, they will try to upload products onto Wish, the platform, and then Wish itself, with our machine learning technologies, we will try to classify these products and push and promote the most relevant group of products to the user that are most interested in. And hopefully, as we push the product to the user, they will love it. And some of the product they will love it so much they will want to have it for themselves and purchase. And then once we were able to collect any transaction from the user, we will be able to funnel a portion of the income back to the merchant. So happy user results in happy merchant, results in more product and more happier merchant, and bigger platform, and it's eventually going to become a win-win situation. But in order to do this right, we need a really quick and really big funnel to churn through these product discovery steps, so that you can discover a lot of product every day, and really quick as well. And that brings me to the next important category. You also want to be relevant, right? You do not, of course, different users will have their own interests, and if we're selling little bamboo sticks, right, then we know we should be able to recognize that there is only one category of users that are actually really into bamboo sticks. So we better be able to, be really good at understanding who among our users are actually going to be interested in the product. And then we also want to understand of all that 1 million product we just got today, how many of them are actually bamboo sticks, and then how many of those bamboo sticks are actually good bamboo sticks. So after the problem descriptions, let's go into the big picture of the system itself. So the exploration pipeline, let's call it, consists of 2 main parts: the front end and the back end. So the back end part is mainly responsible for updating the data set that the pipeline itself is trying to push to user on a daily basis. And then the front end side is our feed service, which is trying to query our Redshift database to generate a set of product IDs in order to render the final feed to the user. And let's zoom in a little bit and take a look at the front end. So for front end, it was very simple. So we have a Redis cluster that is used to store our product IDs or like new product IDs within it, and then these data are categorized into different tags and categories. So male, hoodies, female jacket, etc., etc. And then our front end server will be able to communicate and send a request to the Redis server to retrieve a set of new hoodie, male hoodie product or whatever. And then with this kind of product, you will actually try to import Mongo to actually get the full data about the individual product, for example, their prices, their pictures, their user ratings, and then with all these combined knowledge, you will be able to render a feed tile and then present that list of products to the user on their main tags. Hopefully you're happy about it. And then let's talk about the backend architecture. This one is a little bit more complicated, but not so much. And so mainly it's consisted of two main parts, an hourly pipeline and a nightly pipeline. And the nightly pipeline is responsible for, so the nightly pipeline is responsible for basically inserting new products into exploration. And it also will try to do, it will try to sanitize and auto tag and distribute by merchant. I'll go through these things, every single one of these things in detail later on. And the hourly pipeline, its main goal is to be like a nearline agent to improve that, to ensure that the quality of our exploration recommendations. And, if we detect something, if we realize that a new product is actually not going to be doing well, like people have seen a lot of them but not clicking, then we should try to remove it. And then on the flip side, if we recognize certain product having great potentials, then we will try to promote them. So let's talk about nightly pipeline a little bit. So first of all, we will try to sanitize the product. So we will try to look at all the product that has been uploaded recently, let's say in the last some period of time. And we'll try to sanitize them first, and we'll try to make sure that these products are not a counterfeit product. This is not a weapon. This is not against any local law regulations or like FDA policy, etc. And then afterwards, we'll subject all the sanitized product into this thing called auto tag. So what we're trying to do here is trying to understand what kind of category this new product is. Right? So from a very hard data perspective, you only have like an ID and a bunch of string or a picture and text and whatnot. That indicates this product, but then we don't like when merchants upload their product, we don't really know what kind of product it is. A hoodie, is a jacket, is a CD. So here we have built this neural network to try to automatically determine the class and the category of any new products. And then afterwards, we'll be able to distribute a classified product by merchant. Right? So for example, we have two different merchants, and one has uploaded 100 products, the other one has uploaded 10,000. So in order to sort of maintain fairness, right? So we would not try to, we'll try to distribute the impressions such that every merchant will be able to have a fair share for their first, let's say, 100 impressions before. So we will not try to consider product 101 merchant 2 before we have exhausted all the 100 merchants that 100 products this first merchant has uploaded to us. And so that's it about the hourly pipeline. I mean, that's about the nightly pipeline. And in terms of the hourly, again, it will try to look at the performance of the product, try to understand, hey, what's the number of impressions they have generated, and then what's their conversion rate so far, and try to understand, hey, whether this product is doing well, whether this product is not doing well, and then promote and demote as necessary. And I want to just talk a little bit about our auto tagging technique, and just because I think it's pretty cool. And so the approach we try to do here is called KNN, the K nearest neighbor. So the idea here is that we will start from a set of already classified data. Right? We have, like, for example, here we have a lot of known products that are known to be red triangles here, and a bunch of other products that are already known to be blue squares. And then here, this green dot represents a new product that we don't know what their classification is. Okay? So what we do here is we'll try to project this product to some space that is on the same space as all the other known products, and then we'll basically start drawing circles around it to determine the K product that's nearest to the center one, the new one. And then as soon as we determine here, like we have already found top 3 neighbors, then we'll try to start a vote among these 3 neighbors to determine that, hey, 2 of my neighbors think I'm a rectangle, and 1 of my neighbors think I'm a square. 2 of my neighbors think I'm a triangle. So majority ways that we will classify this product as triangle. So after this, let's talk about some performance metrics, right? So right now, the exploration pipeline on a weekly basis, we'll be able to sift through about nearly 8 million new products through the pipeline. Pretty much everything new will be able to go through, and then it generates 970 million weekly impressions among these 8 million products. So on average, everyone is guaranteed to have like more than 100 impressions for them to prove that to give them a fair chance at becoming successful at push. And then about 20% of the merchant that sign up will be able to generate their first sale within 2 weeks. So this is sort of like a lower estimate. The reason for that is because like a lot of merchants, when they wouldn't do anything even if after they sign up. And so this number will actually increase those merchants. And also some merchants they will try to, especially when they're trying to sign up new accounts, they will try to do something that's not in the best interest of consumer. Like they will try to upload some like counterfeit product, and all of their product will be in fact ineligible for exploration altogether. But we will be able to. So basically, we will be able to guarantee sales in the first 2 weeks of any merchant sign up. And this number in comparison with a lot of other other e-commerce platforms, the ones that I've known about eBay or Etsy, I think the number that's being circulated around is between 2 months to 1 month. So here is just like a little picture of one of the top products we have had in the information. So this little guy here is able to generate almost 1,800 sales in as short as less than 50 days of like just becoming on board to the platform. So I think that concludes the presentation. Thanks again, everyone, for your patience and listening. And if you have any questions, please raise your hand. Thank you. So the question is, how do we? So sometimes you will see a product on the Wish app that says this product is certified by Wish. So that is an entirely different pipeline than product discovery. So what we do here is we will try to have like a hybrid approach between machine learning and just like general statistic and like human audit to select a set of the product that we know are are truthful as advertised, and also have like a very reputable, reliable arrival time and refund rate, etc. Sorry? How do we certify the product? How do we certify the product? What? I see. So the question here is how do we make sure that how do we verify about the product's authenticity? So we do a few things. First of all, we will try to we will have some auto tagging to understand whether this new product is similar to a known counterfeit product. And after that, we'll also have a lot of like human reviews to actually look at the data of those products and understand, hey, whether this product, whether the image of this product contain any like offensive images or whether it's just a ripoff of a Nike logo. And afterwards, we'll actually try to, so these basically will capture like 90% of the real issue, and then eventually, we will actually be able to, if a product is able to generate a sale, then we'll actually be able to, pay a closer scrutiny on the product itself.
That means like they're not authenticated before they are out for people to buy.
We make our best efforts to every single product, but obviously, when your platform is getting a million new product every day, it's very difficult to physically examine every single one of them, and it's just it's a very big logistic like hurdle. So what we try to do is we'll have different degree of authentications, and then the more important product, of course, we are going to verify them, scrutinize them more.
Our question is not related to the certification, but like I just started using this a couple of weeks back, and I see some products that have the charges are more than the
Oh, what we're charging is more than actual price. So
no, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying the delivery charges are more than what I'm paying for the product itself.
I see. So I think those kind of questions, they sort of pertain to onto a case-by-case basis. So what some merchant is trying to do, or depending on the nature of the product, or a certain product it will cost a lot to not cost so much to manufacture, but then it might just have like a large volume and thus require more shipping costs. We try to generate a perception hash among all the things that I am aware of, and I think if you talk with is Wendy around here? She's over. Cool. So were you able to answer that question in more details? Thank you, Wendy. So yeah, Wendy here is our data scientist, and she is responsible for a lot of like our machine learning related efforts as well. And so if you guys are interested in learning a little bit more about machine learning here, Wendy is definitely the person that you want to talk with, and I will also be able to answer some questions afterwards as well. Cool. Yeah. Thanks everyone.
As you guys can see, we're dealing with very interesting and challenging problems. We're shipping millions of products a day. Like, think about how we're matching these products with our hundreds of millions of viewers and customers. These are big numbers, and it's an exciting time to be at Wish. So, guys, it was great to have everyone here. But we're just wondering, we just want to do a quick poll, and if you could raise your hands, if you saw an ad on Facebook, can you raise your hand so we can see it? You saw an ad on Facebook. We're actually looking at, we're trying to see where our channels, how they did. See, we're always trying to optimize our advertising. Great, that's solid. Good number. Okay. All right, if you heard about us through Eventbrite, can you raise your hand?
Higher.
Higher, or Stella is going to come after you. Okay, and then
Jay-Woo Salon. Who's from
Jay-Woo Salon. Anyone?
You are.
One. All right. Okay, guys. We're going to have more of these, and each time we're going to talk about a different challenge that we're facing. We have talented engineers just like you that own these problems, and they're big, and they're tough, and we need the smartest people going after them. And so if you're interested in having a conversation on what your career could look like here, as we ramp this thing up, feel free to grab one of our engineers, reach out to me, reach out to anyone here, because we would love to talk with you about your career and whether there's an opportunity here. So we're looking for them all. Front-end engineers, infrastructure people, data scientists, data analysts, like everything. So, but we're looking for the best. So, tell us what you've done. That's been great, exciting, interesting. And we'd love to talk to you more about it. Thanks for coming, and we'll see you next time. Grab some food. Oh, wait. One last thing. Listen. Those bags that you have, these are a few things that we ordered on Wish just for fun. Just to show you, like, kind of the sorts of fun things. Usually people dip their toe into Wish, and they buy things like this. And when they see kind of like the interesting things they can get, then they go a little further down the value chain, and they start buying clothes. I know I just bought a winter coat for my 1-year-old. So, like, this is getting you guys started so you can see what some of the stuff is like on Wish. One other thing on your way out, we got t-shirts. Okay? So we have small, medium, large, and extra large. 4 different stacks. Grab one, and thanks for coming. Bye, everyone. Hey, guys, if you want to come have more beer, we got more beer, we have lots more food, we have dinner, we have bubble tea, and don't worry, we have t-shirts. We're out of t-shirts, so here's more t-shirts. Let's stay and have some food. I do not want leftover food here.
Their live streaming open. No, unfortunately.
The stream? Yeah, that's what I was just wondering. I just was going to ask Stella real quick in case.